And I think a lot of times we busy ourselves with, oh, I have to wait until I get this, or oh, I have to wait until I buy that, or oh, I just need this one more thing before I can get started. And it's all just a type of avoidance. Hi friends, welcome back to my 30-day series on how to be a food content creator in 2025. Today I'm giving you 5 things I wish I had known when I started creating food content. This is day 28 of the series. If you have not watched the other videos in the 30-day series, please go back and watch those. And then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because even though the series is ending, I will be back here with you guys twice a week with more vlogs about things that I think are helpful, but also kind of just sharing my journey of being a full-time food content creator in Los Angeles. So make sure that you like and subscribe so that you don't miss that. For today, we're going to talk about things that I wish I'd known when I started creating food content. And the first thing I'm going to say that I wish I knew is that consistency is better than perfection every single day of the week. So there are going to be times when you post things and it is not going to get the numbers that you wanted to get. And I think this is especially poignant at this point in our conversation because we just did a video about how to film a restaurant collaboration, and I pulled a lot of clips from videos that I've shot in the past for that vlog, and a lot of those videos did not really perform when I initially posted them. And then when I went back to them to link them below for you guys to go back and watch, I noticed that they'd been shared like 40 times and some of them had been saved like 100 times. So it's one of those things where you may not see the payoff right when you post it, but showing up consistently is going to continue to bring people to your page. And even though they might not be engaging with the thing you posted today, they might scroll all the way back and engage with something that you posted a year ago, and you'll have no idea because you don't really get notifications when people share stuff or when they save it. And so it's good to just continue to show up and let the algorithm do its work, because showing up consistently on social media is going to get to a point where the stuff that you've posted in the past is going to do the work for you long after you stop worrying about what that content is doing. So consistency over perfection every single time. It does not need to be viral video for every single post that you make. Just keep showing up. It will pay off. Number 2 is you don't need to go out and buy a bunch of fancy equipment. You've seen me create videos. You see me prop up my ring light on the back of this phone stand. Like, you don't need to spend a lot of money to get started. The stuff that you have, really what you need is your phone and a ring light and some kind of a tripod, and you can get it started. You do not need to go spend a ton of money trying to get started creating content. And I think a lot of times we busy ourselves with, oh, I have to wait until I get this, or oh, I have to wait until I buy that, or oh, I just need this one more thing before I can get started. And it's all just a type of avoidance so that we don't have to do the thing that scares us. The truth of the matter is this: the things that you have now, the microphone that you don't have, you can just use your AirPods. I used my AirPods for the longest time. You can just use your earphones. I used the earphones with the cord, the Apple earphones with the cord for the longest time. I would literally record my blogs with my headphones in. Nobody cares. Nobody is looking at you like, oh my God, I can't believe she's recording with her AirPods in. I can't believe she doesn't have a real microphone. Like nobody is judging you. You're judging you. And you're preventing you from getting started because you're afraid of how you're going to be perceived. Nobody is perceiving you negatively. You are perceiving you negatively, and you are hindering yourself from starting because you're afraid of being rejected. You're not going to get rejected. It may take you a little minute to find your audience, but at the end of the day, whatever equipment you have, that is the equipment that you need in the moment. If, as you get going, you want to add more things to your repertoire, that's totally fine. But you don't need to wait until you have a bunch of fancy equipment to start. You can just start. So just do it afraid, set up your camera, and post your video. The third thing I wish I knew is that people want you just as much as they want your food. So when I first started blogging, I remember I hired this guy to look at my page and told me how I could grow. And the first thing he told me was that I needed to be cooking more food like these other viral creators. And I feel like it really pissed me off. And I completely stopped responding to him after that. Because I have burned out at a job, and because I am so resistant to the idea of falling into line and doing what other people are doing, someone telling me that the only way to grow on social media is to do what everybody else is doing pissed me off. And it not only pissed me off, it put me off because I just felt like this cannot be the way. And what I had to realize is that people are showing up for me. They are not showing up for me to look like everyone everyone else. And this goes back to being yourself and being who you are and being authentic and leaning into the trueness and the authenticity of your personality. I think the hardest thing for us to do right now is to be comfortable in our own skin when we're constantly bombarded with images of perfection from social media. But at the end of the day, the content that performs the best, the things that get the most engagement, the people who have the most community online are the people who are showing up as themselves. No one is creating a space for themselves that they can exist in with any kind of longevity and sustainability where they're showing up as someone else, because you're gonna get tired of that. But you showing up as you showing up every day as the person that you really are is the best way for you to create a space for yourself where you can show up long term. I cannot stress it enough. People want to see that. They want to see you, because when they see you showing up in your authentic self, in your authentic way, it's validation for them that the way that they are is also cool enough to be seen on camera and to be celebrated. So be who you are. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't look at other people and try to emulate their style. Be your own person and let people see exactly who that is. The fourth thing is, it's not just about the food. So it's great that we're food content creators, but kind of coupling with the idea that people want to see who you are, people like the way that your kitchen is set up. They like the type of pots and pans that you use. It's not just about the food. People actually enjoy your vibe. I know that's such a trendy thing to say, but it's the truth. People will show up for your content if your lighting may not be the best, if your camera angles might be a little bit wonky. If your vibe is there, if you're who you are, people are gonna show up for that and for the food. You can work on the camera angles, you can work on the lighting, you can work on all the stuff you feel like you don't have that makes you not ready to film. But at the end of the day, people are showing up for the energy that you create in your videos. They want to see the quirky little weird thing that you do in your kitchen that nobody else does. They want to hear your story. They want to hear about how your grandmother used to make this when you were sick. They want to hear about how you had to pick greens every Sunday after church. They're coming for your story. And so again, I know we kind of get into this mindset that we have to be these cookie cutter perfect people on social media. You do not. It's not just about the food. It is equal parts about the food and about you and how the food is a specific part of your journey. So when you're showing up and you're turning your camera on, be yourself, but also make sure that yourself is sharing something that is unique to your personality, because that's what people connect to. Then number 5 is, you don't need a ton of followers to get paid. So I don't have a ton of followers on social media. I have about 4,000 on Instagram and about 3,000 on TikTok. I still get paid to create content. I still have brands reaching out to me. I still pitch myself for brand collaborations and I get them, because it's not necessarily about having a ton of followers. Brands want to collaborate with creators who are authentic and who have an audience that engages with their content. That's really all you need. And they also want to collaborate with people who are consistent. So if you are showing up every single day, if you're being yourself, if you've got a unique point of view, if your food looks good, they're going to want to collaborate. I want us to get out of the idea that I need to go viral in order to make my posts worthy for a brand to want to collaborate with me. I just want to dispel that completely. You don't need a ton of followers to make money. You can get paid right away. It really just comes down to the quality of your videos, how consistently you're showing up, and how authentic you are on camera. So I hope that this is helpful. These are all things that I wish I knew when I started out, because I think it would have saved me a lot of overthinking. And I just want you guys to have an easier path going forward than I did. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Make sure that you like and subscribe. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow, where we're going to talk about why you need to be creating a vision board for your content creation journey, because it really works. Please be sure to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.